Well, thank you very much. I'm so glad that you all are able to join us here at HUD today. The ugliest building in Washington, D.C., with the best people working in it. So it all evens out for that reason. Okay? And I'm very happy that everybody's interested in learning more about the RAD conversion process. I think it's one of the most spectacular programs that has ever been hatched here. And we all know that public housing is a very large capital backlog, year after year, with more and more things happening. And it puts residents really at risk of losing their housing units due to disrepair, and thousands are lost each year. This is really unsustainable, and affordable housing is a vital resource. And it's really growing in its importance to our nation every single day. The cost of housing is out of reach for many, including seniors in our country today. And really only about 1 in every 4 households who qualify for federal assistance are able to receive it simply due to supply and demand issues. It's also impossible for families to achieve self-sufficiency if they don't have a safe place to live. And this is why preservation through the RAD program is so vitally important. Offers a chance to preserve and transform affordable housing by leveraging private investments to make this housing not only more attractive, but much more livable as well. Safe homes that are created by RAD can act as a springboard for residents to achieve their American dream, rather than places that contain people. Now, since the RAD program started in 2012, over 92,000 public housing units across the country have been converted, generating more than $5.4 billion in worth of improvements. And that breaks down to about $60,000 per unit. Now, it would have taken participating housing authorities about 46 years to accumulate the same level of capital funding needed to complete that amount of construction. So it gives you some idea of the tremendous impact of the program. Now, we estimate that this activity has stimulated over 107,000 jobs, many of which are going to low-income Americans. And I was recently at a place where low-income Americans were revitalizing an entire complex, and had a chance to talk to them, and boy, their level of self-esteem was through the roof, and they were acquiring skills that really would allow them to escape assistance altogether. In some cases, residents at the properties are working at the very site that will be their home, bearing direct witness to the fruits of their labor. Now, this is an incredibly exciting time for the RAD program. This year, Congress has again demonstrated that it is recognizing also what we're recognizing by raising the cap from 225,000 to 455,000 units. That's a big increase. We hope it's only a stop along the way to getting rid of the cap altogether. This means that HUD will be able to make awards to public housing authorities with over 100,000 units on the waiting list, and that we have space for even more. We believe that HUD is a proven, cost-effective program, and that it's time to really embrace it from top to the bottom, government at the federal level, state level, and local level. So I hope you enjoy the training over the next couple of days. You're in great hands from the staff, from the Office of Recapitalization, which runs the RAD program. And, I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. Last year, the HUD the RAD program was recognized as one of the finalists for the federal government's version of the Oscars, which is called the Sammys. And that is a tremendous recognition. And they're great examples of how HUD can be innovative and responsive. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to think out of the box. We're going to have to respond to the people, to all the stakeholders, to all the constituents. And this is a program that I think people can really understand. So thank you for your time this morning. I look forward to visiting some of your sites. I've been excited as I've traveled around the country and seen some of the sites that have been converted, and began to recognize that, you know, we actually can solve the problems of affordable housing. We actually have the capability of doing that. It exists within us, you know, and all I think we have to do is recognize that, you know, we're not each other's enemies, but we do have the ability to recognize problems, and if we focus our energies together on those problems, and we use data, we use actual evidence to create our policies, and we get behind those things that actually work. I think a lot of the problems that we see will fade quickly into the rearview mirror. So thank you very much for being here.